Pack Attack is back on season 3 of Diamond Dynasty, and we have so much going on today, so let's just get right to it. And first things first, as always, make sure you leave a like on this episode of Pack Attack because every like is worth 100 stubs going towards the next. And last episode is at 36 likes, so that's giving us 3,600 stubs to add to our packs after today's game. And this is the team we were able to carry over into season 3. We are not going to spend too much time talking about it in detail because it's about to change quite a bit. But what I will say is there was some weird glitch with the wild cards or something, like they didn't reset. So instead of starting this season with just one wild card like I thought we would, we get 3. I had only unlocked 2 of the 4 in season 2 on this account, and then the first one now for season 3 was really easy to get, so that's where the 3 comes from. So with that, we were able to bring over 3 wild cards. So the first one, Trevor Story. The second one, I decided to keep him, but Josh Gibson, we haven't used him, but we did earn him out of the World Series pack from the ranked program after our last game, so I want to try him out. I mean, he looks kind of crazy. And then our third wild card, I decided to bring back the Luis Castillo live series captain, and I figure starting a new season, we've got a lot of live series cards again, so he gets his full boost active. So there it is right there. We've got 24 out of the 19 players we need, plus 15 contact, and then some stuff for the pitchers, but I don't want to focus on that too much because like I said, this team is about to change a lot because we were already saving up our stubs in the bank for the last maybe 5+ games of last season, and then also from what we were able to sell in last episode, that added another 3,549 stubs to the bank, plus another 12,370 from our 8.8% interest rate. But then this is where things really get crazy because like I said, like we did between season 1 and 2, we did it for 2 and 3. Every card that we had on the team that wasn't going to be a wild card and that was a season 2 card, which made it ineligible to take into season 3, I sold them. As long as they were sellable on the market, they got sold, and we made a few more stubs than I thought I was going to make from that. So quick running down the list of guys that I sold, it was Jarren Duran, Rod Carew, Gunnar Henderson, Adam Dunn, Justin Verlander, Charlie Morton, Carl Edwards Jr., and Kirby Yates, and they gave us another 220,341 stubs to add to the bank, which brings our bank total for today up to 373,274, and I am not going to be shy about spending them because I mean with season 3 and them starting out with 95s instead of the 89s like they did in the first 2 seasons, the guys we get now are going to last a lot longer and be relevant on the team a lot longer than the 89s we would have gotten at the start of the other 2 seasons. So I'm fine blowing most of our stubs today, filling up this team with as many of these new cards from this season as we can, and let's be competitive right away. Why not? So the plan is to spend an even 300,000 stubs. You know, it just makes sense. Season 3, 300,000, it'll look good in a title, but that still leaves us with like 75,000 stubs in the bank, which even that is more than we normally have in the bank. So I think that's kind of the best of both worlds. We get to blow a bunch of stubs, get this team competitive right away, while also keeping a decent amount in the bank that we can use if anything else comes up. So how I'm gonna get to that 300,000, I'm just gonna buy all 3 of these out of position pack 2s. So I'm gonna go ahead, let's just buy them all right now. Boom, there we go, 3 of 3. We're also gonna get this drop 2 of the season 3 awards pack, and that brings us up to 150,000 stubs spent, and then the remaining 150,000 stubs that I'm spending is coming from wheel spins. So just to keep you guys up to date on what the wheel is looking like, we're doing it the same way we did last season, where it's going to start now on season 3 chapter 1 costing 25,000 stubs to spend, or to spend to spin. So doing the math to get up to 150,000 stubs spent on the wheel, that means we spin it 6 times. So again, to recap, that's 3 out of position pack 2s, 1 season awards drop pack 2, and then I want to go ahead and just spin the wheel 6 times, and then we'll just have all of our packs laid out in front of us, and by the end of it we should get 10 new players we're adding to the team today. So let's see what we got. Spin number 1 of 6, and it's gonna get us the Hyper Legends pack, which I'm actually not upset by. There's one good option in there. All right, we only had one of those, so that one's off the wheel now. So now there's, I think, 12 spots, and that's going to be the Cornerstone pack. I haven't really looked too much at the captains, so we'll have to see which one of those might fit what team we end up with. But it's definitely good to add those cornerstones right away and then keep our options open. Third spin here is going to be the Barrier Breakers. It's kind of a shame we haven't landed on an Affinity pack yet. I also have 2 Barrier Breakers packs in the inventory, so we don't have to get rid of one. This one's going to be the Hitters Captains. This is actually not going well because, yeah, that's only an 87, and I have multiple of those too, so I don't take that off the wheel. So then we're going to be getting out of our 5th spin just another Season Awards drop 2, which I guess could be good, but it also scares me that we're just going to land on the same card twice. And I guess final spin, last chance to get an Affinity guy, and we're not going to get that because it's going to be a pitcher captain pack. That is insanely bad luck. Well, I guess let's just go ahead and start off first with this Hyper Legends pack because this is the easiest pick. It is 100% going to be Andrew Miller, a 90 overall lefty reliever. He actually might be our highest overall lefty reliever we've ever had on Pack Attack this year, which that also reminds me, I didn't show you guys what our bullpen was looking like that we carried into season 3. So here it is. And hopefully now you guys have a little bit of a sense of what we're building from. And actually, you know what we'll go to next? Because I don't know if I can pass up on this opportunity to add a diamond Kevin Kiermaier after what the silver that became a bronze did for us back earlier on in Pack Attack this year. That, I mean, legitimately one of the best cards maybe ever in Pack Attack. He was a silver with horrible hitting, and he was batting 400 for me. And another reason I was so keen on going with Kiermaier is I'm kind of seeing the vision here for a Steven Kwan captain, because what we need for him is hitters that have under 90 power both ways. Kiermaier fits that. We also have plenty of guys already that fit that, but I really like the idea of plus 15 speed and plus 15 fielding, and then the contact and clutch is good too. But we'll see what we can do with the rest of these packs, because I can't automatically guarantee that we're going to be able to fit that boost. I think next I'm going to go with this pitcher captain pack. I think I've made my choice from this one. Normally I'd say let's add the lefty reliever if we can. But with just adding Andrew Miller, we already have Matt Strahm. 2 of our best arms are already lefties, so I want to go Daniel Bard here. And then I may as well just go with our Barrier Breaker next. And trying to fit with this theme of the Kwan Cornerstone captain with the low power, I think I'm going to go Jackie Robinson here. And you know what? I guess now that I think about it, maybe I should have opened these first because we don't get a choice here. So maybe it would have been nice to get these open and then see what we have to build around. So let's go ahead and open these 2 next. Let's see if we get lucky. Lucky to me would be not landing on the same card twice. Oh, and this is actually lucky. This is one of the better options. Okay. So we are getting a card that's actually going to be over a 95 overall. Actually, we knew that because this isn't, or I was going to say this isn't our wheel spin, but we did land on one of these from the wheel. So let's just say, yeah, that this Freddie Freeman 97 overall came from our wheel spins, and this made him slightly less unlucky now. All right, let's get this second one open then, and let's see what we end up with. It's not going to be Freddie again. This is one of the lower options, the 95s, Mickey Moniak. So a couple more hitters. I don't even know if there were pitchers in this one besides the other 97. And I guess actually all that leaves us with then is these 3 out of position pack 2s and then the cornerstones, but I'm going to open that one at the end just to make sure we pick the best option that's going to fit the team. So I think the aim here is probably going to be pitching. So let's see what we get here. Lowest round. And I have a feeling we're going to be landing on this at least one more time for sure. So we'll probably end up getting both these guys. So it doesn't matter who we take first, but I'm just going to take Harold Baines first because this card looks interesting. I mean, the pitch mix is just one of the weirder pitch mixes you see. I mean, when do you see a palm ball and a running fastball, let alone on the same player? All right, then 2 to go. Let's see if we get that base round again. No, we don't. We get the big round, so I think we're just going to add the other starter. But yeah, sinker, slider, cutter, those are the pitches you look for. Interesting speed differentials. We'll have to see how that plays. But there we go. A couple more starters for that rotation. And then the last of the 3, and it's back down to the base round, just like I thought shot, so we will be getting one more relief pitcher, and it's actually another lefty, so another reason why it was good to not just take the 87 lefty out of the pitcher captain pack. And then, yep, to round it all off, I'm still gonna go Steven Kwan as our cornerstone season 3 captain. And then we couldn't quite make it work to get his tier 3, but we're still right at the threshold to get his tier 2 boost active. So then this is the team we'll be starting season 3 with. Not quite as good as I'd hoped it to be after landing on 6 non-team affinity options on the wheel, but still I think pretty solid. And then yeah, the pitching is Arenado, Baines. We got rid of Cease and Crochet for them, so then we keep Sale, DeGrom, and then Castillo. And the bullpen is not even just a decent starting bullpen, but like in terms of a pack attack bullpen, this is already kind of up there. Only 2 non-diamonds, and then of our 3 diamonds, we got a good mix. We got 3 lefties, 3 righties, and actually technically with the Castillo boost, both of our golds are up to 85 overall, so we may as well have a bullpen full of diamonds. And also, before I forget, I should show you guys what the 40 man's looking like. Just with the season transition, I kept everybody that was unsellable from our season 2 squads. Like Ryan Braun was from affinity, he's not sellable. Our Jordan Walker was unsellable, so I figured I'll keep him around. The only 2 I kept around that I could have sold was this Joe Nathan and Robert Suarez. I figured just in case we wanted some good arms in the bullpen, I'd keep them around. I didn't anticipate getting as many good arms as we did, so I guess I didn't really need to, but it's a little late now to add Stubs from them. But this Nathan one could be interesting because there's plenty of guys from Texas in this game, so maybe at some point when we don't have enough live series guys left for the Castillo boost, maybe we'll have enough Texans. So I desperately hope that I was able to edit that all down enough so that we haven't already been sitting here for as long as I've been sitting here, because I've been sitting here for an hour opening those packs, figuring out what I wanted to do with the team. But hopefully it was all worth it for our first game of season 3, and hopefully this is finally the season that we start making some World Series pushes. So all right, here we go. We're starting our 98 overall Nolan Arenado on the mound. We get to face the 90 Johan Santana. This dude's team doesn't look all that impressive actually, so hey, who knows? A good enough and quick enough game, we might make this a record-setting long episode of Pack Attack if we have to play multiple. All right, Nolan, let's see what you got on the mound. I don't immediately recognize that wind up there. I think that's one of the fun things they've done with these out of position cards, is they've given them some you know, recognizable motions and batting stances and stuff. But yeah, this one, it feels familiar. I can't immediately grasp which one it is. But there we go, sinker in on the hands. He couldn't catch up to it. First of many. I mean, actually, that makes me think getting a guy like this, a 98 overall starting pitcher for our first game of the season, we've got a legitimate chance to use this Nolan Arenado enough to get him like maybe even parallel 5. He could be our parallel 5 for this year's Pack Attack team. And there we go. 1, 2, 3 inning, a punch out, 2 weak contact, and let's go hit. Feel like this team definitely isn't as well suited to hit a lefty as it would be for a righty, because the Quan boosts, it boosts the contact against righties. We've gotten more lefties than righties, and then the Mickey Moniak and the Freeman that we pulled from the season awards pack, they both have pretty big time splits where they're both a lefty and they hit righties but not lefties super well. You know what the last thing I need to do in an episode that's already probably this long is ramble during every at bat. Let me just shut up and hit. And Quan, I think that's gonna drop fair. He's not gonna get there. I guess I'm going for second. And we're in. Okay, I kind of thought I was gonna be hosed. Oh my god, and then Trevor Story picking up exactly where he left off last season with the perfect shot to get us on the board. 2-0 on 2 swings, 450 down the line for Story. He is one of my favorite cards to use. I feel like I've had a lot of favorite cards to use this year. Like this dude, Juan Soto, he gets it done so many different ways, and he's gonna get it done by beating the shift for a double after we just cleared the bases. Oh, yeah, don't be fooled. That is far from a perfect swing. It sounds different off the bat of Josh Gibson. Oh, and he got me. I timed it up. I just had no idea where that was going. And Witt, though, up the middle. Am I going to send him 50 speed? Is that enough? It better be. Oh, yeah, he's cutting it off. That's a 3-0 lead. Ooh, and that one I didn't get around on. But you know what? I am very okay with a 3-run first inning. There we go. I like that. One pitch, get the weak contact. Oh, and we got him. All right. 3-2 count. We went with that front door sinker. We got another jam pop-up. Oh, a perfect swing. All right. All right. Okay, and there we go. We got a grounder to short. Just get it over to first, and we keep our 3-0 lead. And first pitch swinging, that didn't get through. I mean, that's a pitch I got to turn on, though. And I know how much I hyped up Kevin Kiermaier just to put him in the 9-hole, but you don't understand. This is where he does his damage, is the 9-hole. Oh my God, what? I don't know how to explain that. Kwan, ooh, he actually hit that really hard. How far is that going to travel? Is that going to go? Steven Kwan? That was like 4 rows deep. That wasn't even close. I didn't know he had that kind of pop. Okay. 2 for 2 with a double and now a bomb. Oh, and then I couldn't get around on the slider with Story. That's not even a hard slider, and I was late on it twice this inning. Okay, let's see. Arenado's got maybe one of my favorite strikeout pitches. If we can get the swing, which we can't. Oh. There we go. All right, you had to catch him looking. Ooh, and that, even with Kiermaier in center, is going to get down. I guess that is one thing that I forgot to mention about Kiermaier. He isn't actually quite going to be quite as good in the outfield, in center field, as his live series. His live series had the 99 fielding and the 99 reaction. This Kiermaier, I think, had 94 fielding and 93 reaction, which the fielding gets boosted up from the Kwan boost, but the reaction not being 99. That might make him a little bit slower out of the gates, although the speed boost might make up for that. Who knows? Yeah, that was lucky that he didn't hit that much better. Let's throw the... Actually, no. If I got a perfect throw to third, I would have thrown it all the way to third, and a perfect relay probably still would have gotten him. I think we're going to get there. I think that's a foul ball if it lands, but it won't land. We've got Moniak there. We've got a 0 on the board for a 3rd inning in a row. Oh, you can't do that. You can't get a hanging slider to lead off an inning, and it's a rollover grounder. That's not good. That has a chance of getting down. No, he's gonna get there. Man, I think it was the perfect sound that Gibson has every time he makes contact threw me off there. I thought it was gonna be a tougher play. Ooh, and I strike out on that? Okay, I mean, hey, we can't take this, you know, for granted. Gave up 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and then sat me down 1, 2, 3. He might have figured something out. There we go. That is what I really like to see on a pitch like that. Dude, why do I look like a ghost more than usual? Am I feeling okay? Okay, that works. Always want the punch out when we got a 2-strike count like that, but I'll take the weak contact too. Oh my God. Okay, so he's made 2 perfect swings today, and I think they're both on the sinkers running away like that. And have they both been with Utley also? Come on, Jackie. Yellow throw. Okay, we got it. We got bailed out by Freddie. Nice play by Jackie, except for the bounce, and we stay scoreless. I mean, I really can't take this game for granted. We have escaped giving up a run in the last 2 innings now. He keeps sitting me down. That's at least 5 in a row. And that's not going to get through. I thought that was actually a good swing. Oh my God, what? Come on. What is happening? I'm missing some hittable pitches. Figure it back out. There we go. Up and in on the sinker. Finally gets another punch out. Ah, I thought I finally got one on that. I need a 12-6 punch out in the dirt. Kiermaier, good test for him, and that's an easy play. That's what we look for out of Kiermaier. Now let's see what he does at the plate. Do we actually have the real essence of Kevin Kiermaier back? I don't know. I don't think he gets on from this. Man, I will wait to pass judgment on him until he gets to face a righty. Why do I keep doing the same thing? I'm waiting back too far on these hanging off-speed pitches. And I don't think I got enough of that with Story. This is unbelievable. That's 10 in a row all of a sudden, I think at least, that he sat down. Man, the fact that he made contact on that makes me think it would have been the good time to go to the 12-6 and get that strikeout. That's the only reason I'm disappointed after an out. Oh yeah, Kwan's got this easy. Good reaction, good speed. We love a guy who can run it down in foul territory. Well, at least we can get a swing on that pitch, and that's a weak out. I mean, we're holding him scoreless. I guess the longer we can keep this one scoreless, the less it's going to matter that I can't do anything more at the plate. I mean, that's the problem too, is like most of these pitches that are actually getting me out are like over the plate. It's not like I can just flip a switch and be patient or something. I'm not hitting. Was that really that bad of a swing that I didn't even get the special bat sound? Am I actually 0 for 3 with 99 Josh Gibson? And that one's gonna hang up in the air. I don't have an answer. We might just have to win this game on the mound at this point. Which, hey, with how Arenado's been pitching, which is still so weird of a sentence to say, that's not a bad situation to be in. And there we go. Keep getting the weak contact. We only need 8 more outs. Okay, there we go. Catch them looking, I guess. That works. I need to resign to the fact I'm not going to get my 12-6 punch out today. Never mind. There's my 12-6 punch out in the dirt. That's all I wanted. I need it. I crave it. Let's see if that energizes me to get something going at the plate again. There is no reason we should have 4 straight goose eggs. That might get things started. That's gonna get down. It is gonna get down. It looked like it might get run down for a second, but that's a leadoff double with some speed. This has to be finally another run. Oh, and then that is not how you want to follow it up. That's not the type of swing you want to make either, but it works. Not going to risk it, even though we probably would have scored with that throw. But that just means Kiermaier with the runner on third. And I think that's not going to be a double play. Kiermaier's quick enough. You know what? At least we can still depend on him to find some way to drive that run in. I mean, I put it together for one more swing to at least break the hitless streak. But man, I don't know what it is about me not being able to hit this Johan. We'll have to see though, because we might have a decent chance of finishing this game with Nolan Arenado. I mean, he might get down into the yellow this inning, but as long as he doesn't get too far down and we still have a decent lead, I might just stick it out with him, try and get the extra stubs. Ooh, and there we go. That helps if we're gonna get that call. Okay, I went with that sinker running away. That's the exact pitch that he's gotten both his perfect swings on, but gets a foul pop-up there. And there we go, froze him. We just barely dropped down into the yellow in that at bat, but only one inning to go with at least a 5-run lead. This is Arenado's game to finish. And I'll get to see one more new arm. He's going to a gold, so hopefully I can do something again. I guess if I don't hit Jason Adam, maybe it's just me. And, well, I missed the hanging slurve, so maybe it really is just me. Okay. I'll take a walk. I think that's the first one of those today. He hasn't really done much missing the plate. And I'll just ground into a double play to make up for it. Good job, Josh. Oh, that's going to be an out. We jammed him. 2 to go, Nolan. Oh, and a perfectly placed sinker. 8th punch out of the game. It doesn't really feel like we've gotten many strikeouts, but 8 is a solid number. And a rollover grounder to third is gonna end it. A complete game 9-inning shutout for the 98 overall Nolan Arenado on the mound. Definitely a good game on the pitching end. 5 runs offensively is still okay. I just feel like with some of the pitches I saw and some of the swings I didn't make, I should have ended up with way more than 5. But it's still a good solid way to get a new season started with a lot of new faces. We take this and we build on it. So there we go. First win of the new season gets us a plus 37 up to a 587. Still got a long ways to climb. And Arenado, it says parallel 1. I'm gonna have to check on that because if he got the maximum 1000 parallel XP, he really should be a parallel 2. Oh, and he actually didn't. I thought with a complete game it was almost automatic, but I guess we just didn't get enough punch outs. And yep, now we get all of our season awards up to this point. So the spring training award, regular season reward, all-star reward, and the pennant race reward. It should be it. So all right, let's go ahead and tally it up. Our hitting from this one makes us 6,700 stubs. Arenado's game gets us 10,200 from pitching, and then the bonus category gets us 7,187. We're only now at a 1-game winning streak to start the new season, and we just have the 2 parallel 1s but then 4 3s, and that gives us a multiplier of times 1.135 for a final stub count today of 27,339. And that means we get one more chance at spinning wheels in this episode to see if we can turn our luck around. 20,000 stubs for a post-game wheel spin. Let's see what we get. Any luck? And it looks like it's just going to be another one of those captain packs. I mean, we've gone months without landing on one of those, and now we land on 3 in the same episode. So we may as well go ahead. We'll open this up first, because I actually think I know who I want. We want to fit with our Stephen Kwan theme, so we don't want anybody with too much power. But Mondesi, he has less than that 90 power, but he's got that glitchy swing. We all know on the back end, he's got 125 power. I'd be down to give him a try. I mean, I'm not set at keeping Jackie Robinson in the starting lineup, so I might want to try this glitchy swing of Adalberto Mondesi, and at the very least it's more speed off the bench. And then we just have these rewards that we need to get through here, and even that lefty Tanner Scott in the bullpen at this point with where our bullpen's at, that's not even an upgrade. I don't really know if there's a point for the rest of the year where a silver is going to be added to the team. We do get a show pack out of whatever that one was. It's probably not going to be anything. Yeah, that's terrible. The pennant race pack, this one gets us a random headliner, so that means we're going to have 2 headliners, because with our extra stubs after buying the wheel spin, I just figured we'll test our luck with a headliner. But now we get a second headliner, and they're both going to be pack 41. This one would be another high overall lefty arm in the bullpen. So man, if we get another one of those and we have 296 lefties in the bullpen, we'll kind of be set for the rest of the year. Not lucky out of the first one, but we have 2. So the second one's not going to be lucky either. So there we go, guys. That ends the first episode of season 3 of Pack Attack in MLB 24. I'll be honest, I didn't plan on it taking this long to get season 3 started. It still didn't take as long, I think, as season 2 took, but I feel like we really found our groove again with Pack Attack week at the end of season 2. So I've been looking to get Pack Attack back out. Now that it'll be here regularly. I mean it when I say I want to start making World Series pushes. We're still a ways away from that. We still got a long ways to go until we're at that point. So for now, all I can ask is that you hit the like button. Make sure you add 100 stubs towards next episode. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me again, and I will see you next time.